What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody on that boxing grind, TBC and more. And we talking some boxing and, just being on the internet, social media, comment section, other people comment section. You hear a lot of people say, oh, how Gervonta Tank Davis is scared of Lomachenko. He's scared of him. He's scared of him. Just be looking like dude just turned 23. Oh, by the way, shout out to the Charlo twins, Jamil and Jamal Charlo, turned 28 today. Happy birthday, bros. Happy boss day. Enjoy it. Live it up. But, yeah. People say, oh, Tank is scared. Tank is scared. Tank is scared. I mean, we went through the same thing with Danny Boy, Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse. I mean, shit, you went through it with Floyd and Pacquiao. People saying Floyd is scared of Pacquiao. You went through it with Canelo, Triple G. You went through it with Andre Ward and Kovalev. I mean, at the end of the day, just, people don't see the repetitive, theme of that, man. This guy, Tank, is 23, man. Most guys are 23 or 22, 22, 23. They ain't really making the moves that he's making right now. They move him slowly, man. You got to understand that they're not going to rush him out there versus Lomachenko, man. Mayweather Promotions, Al Heyman. The fighter itself ain't scared. I remember Deontay Wilder saying when he was fighting all those damn bums in a row, saying that he thought he was ready for the top level guys in the team. His team was telling him, like, no, you're not ready for them yet. He said, looking back on it, he said, it was right. I wasn't ready yet. And it was up to the fighter most of the time. The fighter wouldn't have no problem with it. But this is a business as well. And like I say, man, you look at the situation. You look at the situation. Lomachenko's 30 years old, bro. He turned pro late 20s. He's 30 years old. He's in a rush for time. Just because he's rushing don't mean Tank got to rush. I mean, shit. They say really a prize fighter's like prime for real is what, 28, 29 into like early 30s. Like right there in that's like their prime moment for making a lot of money and where their skills and their mental kind of is at the height. It's pretty much high, He ain't nowhere near that, bro. He's 5 years away from being 28 years old. 5 years away. And people say, oh, he ain't fought nobody. It's a lot of fighters that ain't fought nobody. It is. He fought Jose Pedraza, I believe that's a credible win. Jose Pedraza was a solid champion. He beat him. He beat a champion to become a champion. That ain't the norm in boxing no more. You got guys that win interim titles like Triple G and talking about they real champions. They didn't really have a championship fight. He had a championship fight till he fought David Lemieux. And David Lemieux, we all know, ain't really no world-class level fighter. He's just a world-class puncher. A lot of these guys are handed belts or win belts, by winning vacant. Excuse me, a little tired. So, just look at that, man. And people want to, the same people, they want to rain on Tank's parade, right? Say, oh, he's this, he's that. But what about Rigondeaux? Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Abner Mars, Scott Quigg, all running from this guy. Running out the division from him. But did you guys, the public, put the pressure on those guys? Did the major media put the pressure on Santa Cruz and those guys? Santa Cruz spent his whole career, a large amount of his career fighting construction workers and art teachers and fucking science teachers and shit and plumbers. You know what I'm saying? He ran from Rigondeaux. All of them ran from Rigondeaux. But does the public pressure be put on them? No. Well, he's fighting Abner Mars. Who gives a fuck? Abner Mars has been already stopped before. Abner Mars is like 2 weight classes away from where he was actually effective at. You know what I'm saying? But, it's okay to duck Rigondeaux. But when it comes to Lomachenko, you ducking the Ukrainian Jesus. Oh, no, it's not good. Oh, no, you can't do that to him. But they could do it to Rigondeaux. I did a post talking about what about Lomachenko at 140 versus Regis Progress. Just did it for fun, Shout out to the homie Regis Progress for reposting that on Facebook, okay? I'm saying, all right. Oh, the fan, he's just too big, man. Lomachenko, Regis is too big. But ain't nobody give Rigondeaux that credit, though, going into that fight. Ain't nobody say, Lomachenko was just too big. Ain't nobody give him this, nobody say, he's just too big. No. Oh, you know what? Lomachenko should accommodate him and fight him at 26, or when they talk fighting at 26, fight him at a catch weight or something like that. Nobody say nothing like that. Nobody say nothing in Rigondeaux's favor. You know what I'm saying? But you look at situations like that, but they want Lomachenko to get special treatment, though. No, it don't work like that way. Let's call it even across the board. You know, a lot of them guys even waited for Rigondeaux to get old, right? And when he old, they still don't want to fight him. They're talking about perhaps before he jumped up versus Lomachenko coming to 26, all those fighters talking about, oh, I might move to 130. Like, come on, man. But people want to talk about, oh, Tank is this, Tank is that. I mean, oh my God, you know, Tank is ducking Lomachenko. I mean, how is he ducking the guy who never unified titles, man? He never unified titles. He had finally unified Ray Beltran, but at 126, he held the WBO title. At 130, he had the WBO. He didn't try to unify with Burchett, you know, Corrales. You never heard about him being in talks with them. He just reigned over the WBO. And in my opinion, that's not even a real belt, man. That's not even a real belt that all the champions go for, man. They go for the WBA or WBC or at least the IBF. The WBO is probably a step above or 2 steps above the IBO. So this dude ain't been dominating divisions, beating the lineal champions of divisions. He ain't big one lineal champion yet. If you want, I give you Jorge Linares. He held the ring belt. If you want to talk about, he's the lineal champion. But everybody know Mikey Garcia is world's best lightweight right now. That's the real champion. You know, he'd have put Linares' lights out, in my opinion. Okay, so you know, people want, oh, you Russian Tank and this. I mean, he needs to fight Lomachenko right now. He's scared of Lomachenko. I mean, I don't believe too many fighters are scared of other fighters. I believe it exists. I think it's the fear of losing. For him, I don't think it's a fear of losing. I mean, when you come from the gutter like him, and you come from losses, you was born into losses, you was born into the system, the foster care system. You was taken away from your parents. You had a hard life. He's winning right now. He's won in life right now. He's come up to 100,000 there, probably damn near a millionaire. He's won. He's beat the eyes of the streets. So whatever the streets can dish out, man. Whatever the streets dish out, it's nothing compared to whatever Lomachenko could dish out, man. You know, y'all act like a Ukrainian Jesus is like the GOAT. Not like him. I think he's a fine professional fighter. You know, he's a finely tuned athlete. But is he unbeatable? Absolutely not. And I believe Gervonta Tank Davis can get him. I do. I mean, they want to poke holes into Tank's resume, okay? You can poke holes in anybody's resume. Look at Lomachenko. You know, he fought Roman Garcia, Rocky Martinez. He already been knocked out by Mikey Garcia, right? You know, you talk about he fought Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters was on the shelf for a year and some change because he didn't want to take Bob Arum's original offer for Lomachenko. He asked for more money. Then after a year or whatever it was, you know, Arum starving him out. He had to take a lower offer than that. So, come on, he was out the ring, and he was coming off a draw versus Jason Sosa. Jason Sosa, come on, this guy didn't have an amateur background at all. Mario Moraga, that's a guy that just came off a loss to Oscar Valdez and moved up a weight class. You know? I mean, Rigondeaux, that's a guy that moved up 2 weight classes that had every, that Lomachenko had every advantage over, okay? Gary Russell was a good fighter. I think that was his best fight. Very talented fighter. At that point, he ain't step up in competition. Lomachenko was a step up in competition. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Orlando Salido. Okay, so I'm not. I mean, that ain't a royal, a king's. You know, who's list of resume. It's a good resume. He showed a lot of dominant traits. He showed great footwork. But in my opinion, I think Tank can knock him out. You know, and I don't believe Gervonta Tank Davis scared of Lomachenko, man. But that's y'all guys that always create the narrative for, oh, Andre Ward scared of Kovalev, or Canelo scared of Triple G, or Floyd scared of Pacquiao, or Danny Garcia scared of Matisse, or this and that. Y'all can see all those fighters being scared, but nobody ever spoke up about when Leo Santa Cruz and the Fuck Crew and Abner Mares and the Scott Quiggs of the world and the Carl Frampton, the Pussies of the world, duck Rigondeaux. Ain't nobody see that, though. But y'all can see all these other guys being scared, man. I mean, them guys jumped up weights to avoid that man. You know, they paid money probably to avoid that man in sanctioning bodies and shit like that, okay? Say what you want to say. And I'm going to keep bringing it up because I already know what y'all going to say in the comments. Oh, this and that. This guy's 23. What was Lomachenko at 23, okay? And I'm not saying that the fight doesn't deserve to happen. You know, and then people say, well, you know, he let Lomachenko move up and he didn't fight him at 130. What does that fucking mean? Tank is a big kid. Tank could be up at 35, trust me, and Lomachenko ain't going too much higher than 35, let y'all tell it. He ain't going too much higher. He going to stay right there, you know what I'm saying? And then, you get down with these narratives about these fighters being scared, and then when the Danny beat him Matisse and when Floyd fucking put box fucking Manny Pacquiao into a pine box, and when Canelo compete with Triple G, and when Ward knock out Kovalev twice, oh, you know, it's funny, ain't it? All these excuses are, oh, he low blowed him, or Danny did something illegal, you know, hit him behind his head, you know, or Floyd, you know, he just ran the whole fight. You know, people want to come up with excuses. So at the end of the day, man, you know, I credit Canelo Alvarez for this, not letting the fans dictate when he fight who, because what Canelo Alvarez learned from Floyd Mayweather, and what a lot of fighters need to learn from Floyd, it don't matter. You know, because you know, people say you scared of this, you scared of that. You know what he said? When I beat that guy, they created another guy. When I beat that guy, they created another guy. So it never stops. If I beat the guy they say I'm scared of, then they gonna create another boogeyman. I beat him so I'm gonna take my time with this shit. So ain't no rush for Gervonta Tank Davis, because if he beat Lomachenko now or he beat him 5 years down the road, it don't matter. It's going to be an excuse. They're gonna try to take the win away from him. Period. So it doesn't matter. So he should just take his time. I like to see him step up the competition. I like to see him fight Burchett, and then the winner Tevin Farmer versus Billy Dibbs. Hopefully it's Tevin Farmer over there August 8th or July 28th over there in Luna Park Amusement Park in Sydney, Australia. Y'all shout out to the homie MBT Boxing. And y'all can subscribe to my homie MBT Boxing live from Australia. Shout out to Colossal Boxing Talk, my homie, making some major moves over there. But yeah, man. You know, these motherfuckers ain't scared of Lomachenko, man. Don't let Bob Arum gas y'all head up, man. Like, this dude is the superior go-to boxing. He's a good fighter. He's in my top 5 pound for pound. But I'm telling you guys, Tank has some qualities to beat this guy. Because remember, this ain't the amateurs. You know, this ain't the amateurs. He did a good job versus Linares. I never held Linares in high regards. I've done video on it. But I respect Linares and his effort. You know, he put a hell of an effort up, and people saying that he quit. And I hate when people say that. He didn't quit. He got hit with a great body shot. And you don't take that away from Lomachenko, man. Lomachenko earned that victory. But like I said, Tank got some great qualities. He got some great power. He got great speed. He got good boxing ability. He's still growing as a fighter. So, is it a rush to put him in there with Lomachenko? No, what's the rush? Why should he rush on his end? Because when the outcome is the outcome, he won't get credit for shit. Because a lot of them decafs, dumb casual ass fans, I don't know, dumb hardcore fans sometimes too, they just gonna try to say, oh, you know, he waited. This fight happened at 130. You know, you're gonna hear a lot of excuses, man. So it don't matter. That's what Floyd learned, and that's what Floyd gonna pass down to Tank, beef it or not. That's what Canelo then took from Floyd. No matter how many of these boogeymans or these Billy badasses that you beat, they're gonna create another one. It's gonna be another one. They want you to move up. When you ain't in that, you ain't in that pool of fighters that they like. When you a little bit different, when you not uniform and line up what they want you to be, when you not like minded, when you different, when you street, when you got that urban edge to you, whatever it may be, or that Cuban pizzazz to you, when they don't understand where you come from, they don't understand your struggle, they can't relate to you, then they want to keep putting that bad shit on you, man. They keep wanting to see you lose. They don't want to see you win. So, you know, that's the issue and shit. It's TBC and more. Don't forget to check the links out in the description. You know, Instagram, Facebook, live, Twitter. And don't forget, we're doing live reaction tonight. Live commentary, no footage for the Showtime fights. So hopefully the brothers come on and rock with us and we can talk some boxing. If you don't like the way Paulie and them speak, come listen to your boy with the sound music.